Hey guys, welcome back to Lily of the Valley Coaching. This is your host, Bernadette, and we're going to talk about Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys. That's the hot button topic of the moment. You lose them, how you got them. You can't build a kingdom off another woman's tears. It's just not done. Karma is a thing, and it may take you 20 years to get it, but you'll get it. Karma will make her rounds. So what's happening with Miss Alicia Keys now? Filing for divorce because Swiss Beats can't keep his dick in his pants and is not only fucking Lala Anthony, allegedly, but also got his side piece pregnant. So he can't keep his dick in his pants, apparently, clearly, okay? First off, he couldn't keep his dick in his pants when he started fucking around with Miss Alicia Keys. And then because she got herself pregnant, okay, then he had to go ahead and marry her to make an honest woman out of her. So you leave the woman that you devoted yourself to before God and your family and your friends to marry the whore. Because let's face it, that karmic energy, that's a whore energy, okay? And she basically allowed herself to be a whore for this married man. And then I'll see these women in the comments of these TikTok videos talking some mess. Oh, it's never the man's fault. Anything to blame the woman. She was complicit. She made herself available. He had no business of going outside the marriage, and that's his own thing. Those are his own sins that he has to atone for. But she made herself available too. And we see this presented all the time with these thirst traps that these women be putting on Instagram and all of these things. And then these are the same women, the same exact women that want to complain when they get treated the way that they are presenting themselves. They're presenting themselves as basically a piece of meat to be ogled, and then they get mad when they get ogled. I'm not doing this for the male gaze. Then who the fuck are you doing it for? Because unless the people watching you are lesbians that like women, who else is going to appreciate you shaking your ass in a video? Who else is gonna consume that? Because you're gonna sit there and tell me that a straight woman is just gonna sit there watching you shake your ass? Like, let's just be completely fucking for real here, okay? He's at fault, yes, absolutely. But the reason I'm making this episode is because of the barrage of comments from these women that are just like Alicia Keys. If you're defending Alicia Keys, you are an Alicia Keys. You are her. Whoever you defend, that's who you are. That's who you align yourself with. Now, Swiss Beats, this guy is community dick. We've established that, okay? But Alicia Keys had presented herself as kind of like something that she's not. She presented herself as like a decent woman. Meanwhile, she's running behind a married man and did the absolute most to get herself pregnant and snare him. This is not hard to figure out. These women that enjoy bashing men, these misandrists get on here, okay? Now, Swiss Beats, he deserves all of the public tongue lashing. He deserves it, okay? But you got to hold both parties accountable. Not just him, but her too. This whole believe all women thing It's set up so that women don't have to take accountability. That they can do things like an Alicia Keys and they'll still be defended. Because patriarchy, patriarchy, patriarchy. Listen, I'm not going to get off on a tangent. But both parties are equally culpable because he sought to dip outside of his marriage and she made herself available for the dipping. So while we can admonish him until the cows come home, to do that and not put the same blame on her, equally culpable, would be very hypocritical. And I'm not about hypocrisy. I'm about genuine authenticity. And part of that genuine authenticity is calling out the way it actually is. Yes, he's a piece of shit for stepping out of his marriage. Yes. But the whole reason that this episode is being made is kind of a response to those women that are defending Alicia Keys. You're as equally as wrong as he is because you made yourself available for the cheating. And now we're watching you as this pendulum swings right back to its original position. We're watching you get what you did to another woman. But see, when God gives you your lesson, it's even more larger in scale than what you originally did. So now you got to deal with Lala Anthony fucking Mr. Switsbeats. And you also have to deal with another baby mama. And of course, saving face, there's no gauge to really see how ashamed and embarrassed she is about this because that whole Aquarius thing that she's on, putting on airs like she's not embarrassed. Like it's no thing. I'm just saying, guys, if you're supporting and defending this woman, then you are this woman. And it seems that this is a repeated theme because just a month ago or 2 months ago, we were talking about Huda Mustafa. Another one of these Jezebelian types. It seems that the more that they present themselves, the more of their supporters are going to come out in full force. Leave them alone. Why leave them alone? Instead of calling them out. And then people like me get called a pick-me. Let's break that down. When you're dating, in this dating scene, isn't the general kind of backstory to this and the foundation to this is to get picked? You don't get on a dating profile, a dating site, to not get picked. You're hoping to get picked. And hopefully that you're a match. One thing leads to another. Maybe it leads to marriage if that's what you're looking for. But the whole thing is to get picked. Same thing when you're looking for a job. You're hoping to get picked. So this whole pick me thing really makes no sense. It doesn't hold any water. Because how are you going to call somebody a pick me when the whole idea is to get picked? The ones that made up the pick me thing are the ones that didn't get picked. So they had to take something that they're upset about, that they had no control over, and turn it into an insult for somebody that did get picked. I.e., in the dating market, in the job market, okay? Scholarships, awards, opportunities. award shows, somebody got to get picked. Everybody can't win the same award. So we really got to cool it with this whole pick me bullshit. We really do, because it's such a flimsy, threadbare attempt at deflection and gaslighting. I don't have a lot to say about this. I mean, Miss Keys, now you're getting a taste of your own medicine. But in true Aquarius fashion, I'm not saying all Aquarians are like this, but just the ones that are like her, okay? When I expose karmics, it's whatever sign they are, it's the shadow side of that sign. So don't think that I'm cracking on Aquarius. I like my Aquarius people. They're cool people, okay? But this particular Aquarius, nah, baby, no. No, that wasn't cool. You're not a girl's girl. You're not. Because if you were a feminist like you claim to be, and if you were a girl's girl, you wouldn't have made yourself available for a married man. And these are fucking facts. Not just facts, but fucking facts. So now you get a taste of what you put another woman through. See, the whole thing with karma is to even the scales. Like, for instance, if I did something fucked up to somebody, I would be going through the same thing maybe. And, everybody's number is up at some point or another. So let's say I fuck somebody over. It would come right back around to me in some way, shape, or fashion. Because there has to be a system of checks and balances. You don't just steal a woman's man. And there's a lot of women in the comments that is like, a man can't be stolen. He went willingly. Really? He may have been looking to step out, but she didn't exactly not contribute by making herself available. And making no two bones about it either, that she was definitely into it and very into him. I'm just saying. These types of things, 9 times out of 10, never work out. So, that being said, guys, just be careful where your loyalties lie, because it's like people can see who you roll with, and it's like you don't want to kind of like have your ass out there and be embarrassed. Like, it's like I would never support a woman like Alicia Keys. I wouldn't be caught dead doing that. No, ew, gives me the ick. Ew. So mull this over. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I will talk to you guys soon. Kiss, kiss, hugs, hugs. Until next time.